Okay, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single Friday. As you can see on the title on today's video, I'm going to be giving you my full review with spoilers of The Boy Behind the Door that just came out yesterday. Yes, thank you for one of my subscribers that told me about this film that was just coming on Shudder. It's a Shudder original and it just came out yesterday, but I watched it today. And like it says on the title, this review is with spoilers. But if you don't want the spoilers but still want to know if it's worth watching or not, description box down below, there you will find my spoiler-free review if you think that it's worth watching it or not. Because as always, I like to give you guys the two options. So giving that disclaimer ahead, let's get into the video. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I had no idea that this movie was coming out. It was thanks to a subscriber that told me about this film, that wanted me to review it. So of course, if you guys have any requests, I have another request that is coming next week that I got from a subscriber to another movie that is in Shudder too. So if you got any suggestions or maybe a request that you want me to review, or maybe talk about something on specifics, maybe my opinion on a movie, my top 10 or things like that, you're more than welcome to tell me and I will do it. Now, the movie basically, it's about two kids that get kidnapped in the middle of the day. They were coming from a baseball game and they are kidnapped. Basically, the movie starts when there's a car that is going to a farmhouse, and when he opens the back of the car, we have the two kids, and he takes one and the other one he leaves them behind on the car screaming. And then we go 6 hours earlier. That's when we see the two kids, that they're walking and they're talking, and we see kind of the bonding and friendship of two of them. That it's really important, a really important element of these two characters, because throughout the movie you can really see and feel the loyalty, the friendship, and the connection that these two kids have. Because it looks like when you're a little kid and you have that best friend that you want to be for life, but it's not always the case. But in this case, you can really see how it is. I mean, these two kids are amazing at their acting. Let me tell you, it's really good. Really, the acting, it's a 10 out of 10. Now, this is not a disclaimer, but maybe a little warning. If you have kids, this movie may be a little bit uncomfortable for you. Because let me tell you, it gets uncomfortable for times, because basically they are kidnapped, and one of the kids, the one that was left on the trunk of the car, he gets out, because you know that it's something that kind of glows in the dark when you can open. But you know what I'm saying. So he gets out of the car, he gets into the house looking for his friend. And this cat and mouse thing, it works pretty well, because he's hiding on the corners, and when it comes to the lighting, setting, silence, how quiet it is, are really things that we have seen. Obviously, we have seen all in other movies, but here it works so well that seriously, it doesn't even bother at all that it's not something completely new. So eventually he finds his friend. He's like on a cage. Well, he's not precisely on a cage, but the point is that he is on a place that he needs a key to get out. So there's not an easy way here. So we have his friend that it's out. He's trying the only things that he can, but we realize the house has a black and white TV. The phone is really old, so you have these things that are really old. Of course, these kids, they don't really know much about it. So basically, as times go by, the options of getting out are less and less. So it really gets like, oh my god, what the hell is going to do? So eventually, I would say the first 10 minutes of the movie, we have the first encounter between the kid and the captor, and he kills him. Yeah, in the first 10 minutes, he's on self-defense. He wasn't really meant to kill him. Like, he wasn't really that aggressive, that I'm going to kill you, I'm just defending myself. He kills him by stabbing him. And it's an accident, but he dies. So now we have the two kids alone trying to get out. But here's the thing, someone else is into the house. Now, the movie has a reference to The Shining. The only thing that you need is an axe and a bathroom. You know where I'm going. So, but the person, of course, doesn't like pose his head, it's just like the hand. And since it still has the knife, kind of cuts the person here. And then, since they kind of eventually they get a way to like make the phone work and contact the police gets there. And this is when we finally see the person, and it's a woman. And you know that it's her because it has the cut on the hand. And it's a woman that has an awful awful look, let me tell you. That woman looks so fishy and sketchy, like whatever you want to call it. No way, no. Honestly, that woman looks so creepy. Like, good job on that, but damn, that looks creepy as fuck. Now, of course, the policeman dies. Now, the movie, I'm not gonna lie, it does have some cliches, but let me tell you, because they are well executed, it doesn't really bother at all. Now, the rest of the movie, it's quite simple. Really, the movie and the plot is not that difficult to understand. So basically, we have this cat and mouse thing, and eventually he is able to get his friend out, but he has like a collar that if he passed to a certain point of the house, it gets electric shot on the neck. So of course, it hurts. Now, eventually, the other kid is able to handcuff the woman because she found out that they are out of the house, not where they're supposed to be. He eventually handcuffs her to the outside house. Like, when the house is like two things, especially on farmhouses, well, there. But she has a gun. She starts shooting. She shoots him on the leg. I have this little boy that has his leg injured, and the other kid is on the top of the stairs because there's no way of him getting out. He gets out. He goes, even having the electric shot on his neck, he gets out to help his friend. But that woman, let me tell you, that woman is so bad that eventually she kind of gets out of the handcuffs. And the other one, he's dragging himself out of the house with electric shots on his neck, and eventually he's able to cut the collar, whatever he had on. So he's eventually able to break it. So we only have one now injured. They get into the cops' car. They start talking to the radio. They talk with someone. They don't really give them information. But the woman appears. She eventually finds the key of the car, gets them out. She starts like dragging them. But one of the kids is left in the car. He finds a taser from the cop. He kind of tased the woman a few times, and he's like, does that feel good? And I'm like, oh my god, he's aggressive. And they eventually start running, and this is like maybe the last 10 minutes of the movie. We have the woman that is in front of two of them, and they're about to be killed. When we hear a shot, the blood comes from her chest. She dies. The cops eventually they get into the house. Basically, that's it. That's how the movie ends. But here's the thing: the last scene of the movie, that's my dog. Now, the last scene of the movie, it's the two of them on the beach, like throwing some rocks, happy, like everything's on peace. And kind of made me question: did they really survive, or did they were dead and it was all a dream? It made me question that, because movies like, for example, The Descent, where we think that she's alive but she's not, well, of course that's an alternate ending, but it really makes you question that. In my way of seeing it, yeah, that's my dog. For me, they survive, but still it's a question that maybe more than one can pop. And basically that's how the movie ends. Like I said, it's quite simple. It's something that we have seen before, but still it's a really good one. Like I said, the kids, the acting is pretty good. The bonding that you see between the two of them, amazing. Seriously, these two kids, they do have a really good future. Seriously, my dog doesn't stop barking. Really? Just 1 minute, please. Now, I think that they do have a future in horror if they decide to continue. Are you serious? In horror. And basically, this is all for today's video. Now, I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10 or a 5.5 out of 5. It's brilliant, good. And I'm not the only one who says that. You can look for it. The critics are pretty good, so it's not just my way to see it. It's a really good movie, and it's totally worth watching it if you have Shudder. If you don't, I think that they do have like a trial, like maybe 7 days, I don't know, but you should try. I mean, Shudder is a really good streaming service, which seriously, horror on the tops. I mean, it's a streaming service that it's just horror. I don't know what you're waiting if you don't have it yet. Like I said, it's thoroughly worth having Shudder and totally worth watching this one. And this is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Did you watch it? Do you haven't watched it already? And I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.